Hi, welcome to Kidney Kitchen. Today we are cooking salmon parcels with shiitake mushrooms. Quite a simple dish to cook, but looks really impressive, so you can impress your family and friends with this one. So to start off with, we're going to put our potatoes on to cook. So I've literally got some new potatoes in a pan of cold water, which we're going to pop on the gas and just cook for about 20 minutes until they're just tender. We're then going to get on with everything else, and it should all be ready about the same time. Right, now we're going to make the dressing. So we're going to use a jam jar to pop everything in, so it makes it really easy to shake it all together and get a good mix on it. So we're going to put all our ingredients in. So starting off with some garlic. Right, and then we've got a tablespoonful of honey. We have some white wine, 6 tablespoons of white wine, a teaspoon of Worcester sauce, and then finally 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And then pop in our dill as well. And then just scrape all your spoons off, get it all in the jar. And pop on the lid and give it all a really good shake. There we go, and then we just need to get our salmon into our parcels with our vegetables. So we lay out our 4 pieces of foil. And each piece of foil has a piece of baking parchment on the top as well. And then we're going to divide our vegetables between the 4 parcels equally. So first of all, we put some mushrooms onto each parcel. And then we're doing the same thing with the pak choy, putting that on top of the mushrooms. There we are, and again just dividing all the ingredients equally between the 4 parcels. There we are, and then finally we're just putting on the chopped up shallots. And then give your sauce a good shake again, and we're going to put just a little drizzle over each of these parcels, but not using all of it at the moment. You need some left over to put on top once the salmon is in. There we go. Keep the spoon in the pot because we're going to use that again in a minute. And then we're just going to pop a piece of salmon on top of each of these parcels, nicely in the middle. Up on the board. And we've got to sort of bring it together, but leaving the top of the parcel open, so you're not going to completely enclose it. So just sort of making almost like a little boat for it to sit in. And just do each one individually. And say it's so that all the juices are you're going to keep all the lovely juices that are in here, so that when you come to eat them, you've got all that lovely flavour is kept inside its little parcel. Right, and then the final bit is just pop the rest of this juice over the top of the salmon. So again, divide it all between. And that's going to give the salmon a lovely flavour. Make sure you get all that dill out of the bottom of the jar. There we are. And then that's all ready to go in the oven. There we are. And cook that about at 180 for about 15 to 18 minutes, depending on the thickness of your salmon. Right, there we go. Salmon's out of the oven. Smells delicious. You can see the salmon's just cooked. And we're now going to go and get the potatoes and drain them and serve everything up. Well, here we are with the finished article, this lovely salmon parcel. So all we've got to do now is ask Angeline, our dietitian today, to come in and have a taste and see what she thinks about it. Hi Angeline, how are you?
Hi, yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good,
Yeah.
there we go. So nice salmon parcel with shiitake mushrooms
Wow.
and pak choy
Yeah.
and some new potatoes.
Wow, and it looked easy.
It's very easy
Yeah?
to do, yes. It's one of those dishes that can look really special for a special occasion, but actually is really easy and could be
Right.
done any day of the week. Yeah.
Can I?
You, of course you
Yeah?
can do.
Okay.
Tuck in.
Thank you. It smells really good. It smells
It's that lovely, all the dill and the juices with the garlic, isn't it? It just gives it a
yeah,
lovely...
Yeah, you can, as you're digging into it, like the aroma is really coming out. Yeah.
See what you think.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Is that all right?
Yeah. I'm just gonna try
Yeah, it's
the
lovely. You've got
mushroom
all
as
the
well.
mushrooms and the pak choy
Quite
underneath,
strong flavours,
which
isn't it?
cook in all those juices, so they soak up all those lovely flavours, which is nice.
Yeah, that's really taken on some
Good.
flavour.
Brilliant.
So this dish might surprise a lot of people actually,
Yeah.
because you've got some quite high potassium
Mhm.
foods going in here. You've got mushrooms, you've got your potatoes, both really quite high potassium foods. But this
But it
overall,
Works together, does it?
it does.
Yeah.
Overall, it's a lower potassium dish.
All right, yes,
Yeah.
good.
So the
So-
shiitake mushrooms are actually lower in potassium than some of the other mushrooms
Oh, right.
out there
Yes,
available. So they're definitely a good one to go for. We have got some phosphate here from the salmon,
Yeah.
but the amount is still low,
Mhm.
so that's fine. And lots of green vegetables
Brilliant.
as well.
Yeah,
So
lovely. So
overall, it would surprise people, I think, to see that that's low potassium and you
is
can
low,
still
yes.
enjoy some of these
some of these-
foods.
yeah, nice, lovely. If you wanted, would you be able to put something on your potatoes, a little bit of olive oil or some...
Absolutely,
unsalted
yeah.
butter?
If somebody needs to build up in their weight,
Mhm.
which is quite often the
Yeah.
case, if somebody's of a low weight, then a drizzle of olive oil
Yeah.
over your potatoes.
Yes,
That's
lovely.
lovely.
Mm.
And like you say, some unsalted butter.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you haven't added any salt here.
No,
have
there's no
you?
salt added into that at all.
No.
You don't need to. It's
No.
just it's lovely as it is.
There's a
isn't
little
it?
bit of Worcestershire
Yep.
sauce that went
Yes,
in there, which
yep.
of course, again might surprise
Yes.
people because it's high in salt. But overall, because you've not added any salt, it's a low
It's
salt dish.
Brilliant, lovely.
So it
Yeah,
works
try
really
as
well.
well.
God, yeah,
Excellent.
You'll
Do I
enjoy
need to try it as well?
Yeah. So this is great dish for people that have had dialysis that day because it's lots of protein.
Mm-hmm.
And after you have dialysis, you want to top up on your protein. So this is a perfect
Lovely.
after dialysis dish.
Brilliant. Great.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.